Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to the Chupacabra tutorials channel. I'm your host Larry, and we're back here today to take another look at the Nvidia GeForce Experience. Gonna take a look at how all of the different features of this panel work, what they're good for, and also how you can use Nvidia Shadowplay in order to record your gameplay. So the first thing that you might have to do to get this to work at all is you're going to have to make an account with Nvidia in order to log into this panel and utilize all of its features. Now, part of what Nvidia originally built this program to do was to try to integrate you into their ecosystem so that they could collect information about what your games you're playing, help you to optimize the settings for your computer's hardware, and also, get you into their rewards program, which is a tool that they've both used to advertise to you and also try to, if you get enough of those points, let you exchange them for a game key or other features, accessories, da-da-da-da-da. I mostly use it for two things. The first thing is, here on the homepage, you'll notice a big list of all of the games that I have had on this computer that I have access to in my library and all of that jazz. And if I click on them, if they're playable, it'll actually let me launch them directly from this panel. And it also lets me tool and configure their different settings for either maximum quality or maximum performance based upon this slider. Now, the display method I'm using is full screen because all programs tend to run better in that, unless there's something weird with their graphics. And that's usually the minority of programs. And in this case, you can go through and you can optimize by clicking this button all of the different settings. Alternatively, if you want to, you can go through each one of these individual settings yourself and change it to be a mixture of your preference versus things that are purely existing for performance. So you can go through and optimize all of your games, and you don't even have to launch all of them in order to do so. And this panel is actually able to edit some games that are otherwise really difficult to edit without getting them to boot properly in the first place. The second feature is, this is one of the best ways to keep your graphics card drivers up to date. Enabling this to constantly check for updates lets you know when you have an update available, which is really nice, especially when you get like a game that just came out yesterday and there's some crazy game-breaking bug going around. Oftentimes, Nvidia works with the different vendors to fix those problems, and if there's a fix out that's on the driver side, this will often have it, and then you can download it here, install it here, and go about your business. And then the last feature is this one right here. It kind of looks like a share icon. And this is how you open the in-game overlay when you're not actually in the game. In order to get access to this, you'll oftentimes have to click on this gear at the top, inside of your settings, and enable the in-game overlay. And from here, you can access all of the different things that go along with Nvidia Shadowplay. You can connect to and have your clips automatically sent to Facebook, to Google, whatever this is. The Nvidia account is obviously connected here. If you want to stream natively to Twitch directly through the panel, you log in here. Same with these other services like YouTube down here at the bottom and whichever one this is. I don't really use a lot of those, so I'm not too worried. You can change the location of everything in your HUD, like where you want your camera to display, if you even want to use a camera, where the status indicator is, where the FPS counter is, viewer number, comments that people are talking about as you stream are in there. You can change the keyboard shortcuts for controlling this program. You can view your recordings in a little recording library. Mine are just set to record to my video file on my main hard drive. You can look at your highlights, how long you want them to be. So basically, this is an idea where you can capture the last whatever of gameplay. Like, let's say you just got this really awesome kill in COD and you wanted to recapture that. If you had this turned on, you could just tap a button and capture that. And this determines how much disk space you want to dedicate to having that constantly buffering in the background. You can go to photo mode and game filter, which allows you to photograph supported games using the Nvidia Ansel technology and enable and disable that there. You can change your audio settings using whatever is going to be your streaming device. Like my Blue Yeti Pro is what I use for my stuff, and you can adjust what it sounds like in there. You can go to video capture, determine the quality that you want, instant replay length, quality of things. Let's see what the custom bitrate. Oh, this has a really nice bitrate counter. So this is about what I normally work at, is 30 megabits per second. But you can go all the way up to like completely uncompressed 130. I believe this is at about 30. You don't need much more than that, honestly. And then my footage in game, you can record upwards of 4K video with this program, which is nice. Me, I'm just going to leave it down at 1440p for my own sanity. That looks good. Notifications, you can set up all of these for everything that's going on to your heart's desire. And then you can determine if this lets you broadcast your desktop or not. So this would allow me to use this as a desktop recorder, which previously it didn't always have the best time getting it to do that. And then from here, we could go in-game, hit a button, and then boom, ready to rock. And from here, this is the main panel outside of the settings. You can take a screenshot, you can take a photo, you can game filter, you can turn on and off your microphone, you can have it push to talk, you can have it always on, you can have it off, video off. Those are your settings. You can check out the gallery of all the stuff that you've made, whether or not it's ready to upload. You can upload it to YouTube. All those different things are all built into the GeForce Experience. So with that in mind, let us launch a game and see how well this performs. Alright, so once you're actually inside of a game and you're running around, the next thing you've got to do is activate the overlay. So you can activate and access it at any time by hitting Alt-Z, and then you can see what's going on and what's active. And then if you want to do things like record, you got to know how to use your key bindings in order to do that. So I just hit Alt F9, and that has started a gameplay recording, just a regular one. And from there, I can run around and I can do things like try to murder these birds, go swing my sword around a little bit. Then I can hit Alt F9 again, and it'll turn off. And it'll even pop up in the top of the screen there. Your recording has been saved. And most of what happens inside of Nvidia Shadowplay should really not be in your face. The whole idea is it's unobtrusive, it runs through your graphics card to keep the draw on your computer low and to make everything work really nicely for you. To start out with, you might not remember all of your key bindings. It's been a while since I've used this as well, so I've obviously had to just quickly look before I started recording. But if you're going to try to use this all afternoon or all evening or all weekend, you're going to want to write that stuff down so you know, and then you can quickly use it. And then at any time you can see what's going on inside of your HUD here. So let's tab out here and go back to our settings panel. And then let's just click on the overlay. Let's go to gallery. And here you can see recent item is this video. And then we can preview it if we want. And you can even do some very basic controls in here, like changing titles, where the location of its recording was done, pick a video format, all that stuff. You can preview it directly through the interface, which I think is really handy. Previously, you just had to have your own software and you couldn't just use this out of the box. And you can hear in the background, you can hear that it recorded the sound real nice. All of that stuff has been recorded. You can determine what destination that you want this to go to, log in, Maybe even make some basic edits, like let's say you did something wrong here, you can pull it in. That's the green line here represents what you're going to upload. Then you can click share and bing bang boom. You can also add text to it if you'd like, a little text overlay from this button right here. All that can be handled inside of this program. You can even see your upload history. Alternatively, if you just want to edit them manually like I do, you can click open file location to open up a browser window for your file browser and see where everything is. So that, in a nutshell, has been a look at Nvidia Shadowplay, the Nvidia GeForce Experience, and all the good things that they allow you to do. You can also see some different things down here for games, the last time you scanned for games, where all the scan locations are. You can integrate your Nvidia Shield through this program as well. And then over here, one of the things that's really nice is you can see at a glance if your computer is actually ready for certain types of technology, like can it do game stream to the Nvidia Shield? Can you optimize games? Can it use Shadowplay? Can you use Freestyle or Ansel or virtual reality? And the answer is bing bang boom, yes, across the board. If your computer can't handle it, it'll tell you no. Down here, you can also say, you want desktop notifications, yes or no? I think I might actually turn those off because I tend to just check this manually occasionally. And do you want this to download and automatically install the drivers when they become available? I tend to turn this off because, well, I'm editing stuff and I leave it open on my computer. And then I don't want to wake up in the morning and have it restarted because of an important update and not have my work available to me. So that has been all of the features, all of the settings, all of the different things you might want to use in the GeForce Experience. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys and gals next time. Bye, everybody, and have a good one.